the San Francisco 49ers. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
Hey, Hayward.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
All day, dog.
Hey, 58 is the Mike. Go, 58 is the Mike.
Go.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
58 is the Mike.
On first down, Rich. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs.
Let's go.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First down, Vikings.
Come on, set.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Slam, slam, slam.
Topper, topper.
Now the first carry. Play back at the 44. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 44-yard line.
Ready up.
We'll go 25 to Mike.
Five.
Hey, 25 to Mike. We'll go 25 to Mike.
Look at me. Go.
Here I come again.
Now.
Rush in.
Check 9. Let's go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rich. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. D Ford able to record his 5th sack of the season. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Rich. Open here, Adam Thielen. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 20.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
No.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. At the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. They blitzed there, but to be honest, I don't know if it would have mattered had they blitzed or not. That run play was going nowhere.
Yeah, it's really, really difficult at times to figure out where that defense is coming from. But if you're committed to running the football, you can get people up on those linebackers, right? Those guards don't have to block anyone at the line of scrimmage. They can get up to the 2nd level and create some space.
Here we go. 180!
Rip left.
2.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one goes for 30 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. Kevin Coleman. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, getting the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
It's going to be a long day.
Yeah, fight.
Second and 6. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got it at the 15. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Colby. his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Looking to throw. Garoppolo lets it go for Nelson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. This is Henry. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
On 3rd and 1, it seems natural to just turn and hand it to the biggest guy you have in the backfield. But usually, he's not the primary runner. So for the defense, they're often keying on the running back because he's the guy who gets the ball more often, and the fullback is the blocker. When he ends up carrying the football, that's a heck of a tendency breaker, and now you're just trying to jump on his back and hold on.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check 3, check 3.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. It's caught by OBJ. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
Check, check, watch 54, watch 54.
12.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Here we go.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here we go, here we go.
The Niners on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. It doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Hey, check.
Under 10, man.
On 2nd down, Betts, and he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go. Like 20. Black.
Watch the boot.
Check. Quick.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He'll get this one complete to Davis. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano from the right hash, and this one just a chip in. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It sounds like you're going negative on me.
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Hey, 25 the mic. We got 25 the mic. Check.
On 1st and 10, Rich. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. It's a gain of 35.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Go, go.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Bravo. Go.
Second down and inches. Escaping the push. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Garoppolo now. It's caught. Beckham. And he'll be out right at the 35. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Coleman, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Here we go. 11. Hey, foxtrot.
On 2nd and 15 now. Garoppolo. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
21.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. They'll let it go deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Hey. Watch the screen. Go.
Throwing on first down. Rich. And that that going to be incomplete? Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again. Rich. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Back to throw. Rich. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Go!
On 1st down, Rich. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Look at me. Zipper. Let's go.
To throw again. Rich. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Hey, Charlie.
It's our time.
At 25 to Mike. We'll go 25 to Mike.
Watch the run.
At 25 to Mike. We'll go 25 to Mike.
Ready?
To throw on 3rd down. Rich. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Watch the safety creep.
Protein spill. Hey, Zoo. Yep. Get it.
On 4th down, Rich. And this is Parker, complete. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10.
58, come on. Rabbit. 58, come
Go.
on. 58, come on. I got you, son.
5.
Operating from the gun, Rich. They still can't get him. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hey, Sam, hit it.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, wahoo!
From the gun, Rich. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. He'll try and run it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh.
Watch the run.
Step.
Looking to throw. Rich. And it's caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect.
Touchdown, 49ers! Tevin Coleman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just
Now.
me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
2nd and 1. And this is caught. It's Parker. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings.
1st down, Minnesota.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
6-6, pull it high.
You got tight right there. Check, check.
Hey, Haywood.
Back to throw. Rich. Flush to his right. He's got Smith here. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, Rich. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
2nd and 3. He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 7. And the Vikings 1st down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 1st down. Rich. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
Got it.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
At 25 to Mike. We got 25 to Mike. I don't think you got it, son.
Go.
We got 25 to
Shoot.
He's back to throw. He can run. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is going to be 49er football.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At at their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. Parker unable to get that one.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Vikings' 30-yard line.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.